We're trying to see if this is right. Are we okay?
Yeah.
Who's here? Nobody's here yet.
Oh. Are we actually live?
Yeah, we're actually live. One.
Here we go.
It's probably Katie.
All right, well, I'll let you begin.
Okay. Two. We have two people. Great. That's all we need. So here we are. We have been rearranging the store. But before we go into all of the changes that we're making around here during this glorious time of deep inner thought and rearranging our lives around this shit, I want to introduce Marissa Madge.
Hello.
So, for those of you that shop online, especially that aren't in and out of the shop, Marissa has been with us for over a year now.
Yep.
Yay!
It's a year last, the end of November last year.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
a year, so.
And what a glorious year it's been.
Glorious.
I am so lucky that I got to pick her up and hire her.
Blush.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's been really wonderful. So, Marissa is another herbalist who has also been studying for years like I have. We're both 43. We both, I think, have been in our plant life for about the same amount of time. And so we have just a really wonderful, deep connection with each other, no doubt. Can you guys hear okay, since the way that this is sitting? I can't see the...
Yeah, we can't see the comments.
Somebody tell me if you can, like, hear us okay. Is this all right? Because the speaker is, like, on the table. Whatever, we're talking. Okay, so...
I bet they can hear us.
I hope so. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your journey and how you ended up with us.
I'm originally from New Orleans, and I started...
Southern girls!
Yay! I started studying herbs about 20 years ago. In my early 20s, I started working for a garden center and just became really enamored with herbs.
Angie says we're low.
Okay, so we should talk louder.
Should we talk louder? Caitlin says she can hear us.
Yeah, I'll turn the music down just a wee.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
So yeah, I started working for a garden center, just became really enamored with herbs and just how powerful they were and magical, and just it kind of awakened something really, long lost that I probably had in childhood. And then just kind of forgot it, as a lot of us do. So
yeah.
So I've just been studying on my own. I'm working on a certification. But yeah, 20 plus years of just independent study. I worked at Anna's Apothecary for a while, so that I got to really hone my skills, working with people and just really, adapting the herbs to people's needs. So that was just really valuable experience. Thank you, Anna's.
Yes.
And then, I came to work for Courtney a little over a year ago, and it's been, another leg of my journey as far as applying the herbs to skincare, which is just really amazing. I've had my own tea recipes for, quite a while that I've just been kind of, doing for myself, doing for my friends for years, and I was just so happy when Courtney said that she really wanted to start doing tea blends in the store, just to, to supplement the skincare as well. So
I did teas when I very first started the original website, which was under a different name, but so that was like 9 years ago. I did have teas on the site for a little while, and everything just being me back then, it was like, this is something that I didn't have time, to do it and to put enough time into even packaging and things like that. So having Marissa here to really take that over has been freaking brilliant, honestly, and is something that I've wanted to offer everyone for so long. It's another connection to the plants. It's another way to heal your body, and and provide another like connection to the herbs that we actually do use in our skincare. You know, there's different ways to get them into the body, obviously, and so having the teas is just absolutely amazing. And that being said, if you have not taken part in our teas yet, let's go over to the tea shelf real quick and show that off. Also, the store is a little bit in a shambles. I mean, I think it actually looks okay considering that it's in a shambles. But we moved the cash wrap, we moved all the shelves.
Full on tore it apart.
We tore it up the other day, which is so great. So let me show you our tea shelf right now, which is so beautiful. Let me flip this around. How do I flip it? Oh, there we go. There we go. So this is our starter set. We're gonna have a lot more teas available, but what we have right now, and I actually want Marissa to jump in here and go over some things. I actually want to start with Centered Soul.
Yep.
This is our Centered Soul tea. So what's in this?
So Centered Soul is holy basil, lavender, mint, and nettles. And this is kind of this has been my go-to blend for many years. I'm a huge fan of holy basil. It counteracts the effects of cortisol on your body, which is the hormone that's released when you're stressed. It helps rebalance your adrenals. And I think one thing that I've seen consistently is that many people they have
adrenal
fatigue, and especially now with all this going on, we are all
for sure
so taxed. And what happens when you have adrenal fatigue is that you're less and less able to handle
stress.
So, and it just kind of, snowballs. So,
yeah.
It got to where like I was having anxiety attacks, panic attacks, where even just the thought of going to the store was just so overwhelming to me. This is before.
Right. Of course, going to the store right now is stressful. But
yeah, this is like, many years ago. So anyway, I started drinking holy basil tea regularly, and it really, really helped, rebuild my adrenals to where I was able to handle stress. And of course, when you're stressed, you're more tired. I mean, it's just a whole, list of side effects. But
I actually want to flip around and answer this question.
Oh, sure.
So Angie's asking if we can customize for people with allergies.
Yes.
And the answer is yes.
Always yes.
We're going to be doing more teas, and we're also going to be having people do their own blends with us helping, or mostly with Madge helping. But check this out, what we did today. Here, we've had these jars for months, and we finally put all of our herbs, and many of these herbs we do use in skincare, but these are also for internal treatment, and they just look absolutely beautiful. Ooh, look at all those herbs down the row. So super cool. Yeah, oh, that's great. Yeah, so then we can sit back down and you can talk about our teas. Great. So we'll come back and sit over here. Yes, so the Centered Soul is also one of my favorite teas because I am back over here. I'm also a sufferer of panic attacks from when I was really young. And so the Centered Soul is something that I use very regularly in my life now. And before I was just drinking, holy basil tea, but Marissa's blend with the lavender and the yeah, like, what else?
And the nettles.
And the nettles.
Yeah.
Nettles are also amazing. They're a great antihistamine, a natural antihistamine, which means you shouldn't take it forever and every day for an eternity, but also really helps. It has high levels of minerals and vitamin K.
It's anti-inflammatory, so it helps expel excess excess uric acid from your joints. So really
I didn't
great.
know that. Oh, how cool.
So really, really good for people with joint issues.
That makes a lot of sense for me
arthritis.
about why I am attracted to it so much, because I have joint issues too.
And I have it in another blend as well. So, or we just have it, like if you just want nettle tea,
Yeah.
Or like Angie was saying, wasn't Angie saying she's
She
allergic
so
to
she
nettles?
has, I don't know what they're allergic
Angie,
to. I think Jana is allergic to lavender. So we would have to take the lavender out.
Angie, is it nettles that you guys are allergic to? I just remembered you saying something about that.
She'll answer us in a minute. Yeah. So we can customize, absolutely. We don't have a way to necessarily do that online, on the front face of the website. But if there is a tea that you would really like to order and you need something removed from it, that's really not a big deal at all.
Just write in the notes.
Write a note in the order notes.
Yeah.
It is nettle.
Okay.
It is nettle.
Okay.
That's fine. That tea would be great still. The nettle doesn't add a lot of flavor to it necessarily.
No, it's more for the medicinal qualities. So holy basil, lavender, and mint. Perfect.
Totally.
Centered soul. It's just very grounding as well. Like, there's just something about it that, when you drink it, you're just like, oh, okay, all right, come back to center. And that's why we named it Centered Soul.
Yeah.
Also, holy basil, the reason why they call it holy basil is in India, it's called Tulsi, the incomparable one. And there's a few different varieties, and one variety in particular they plant around the temples in India.
Aww.
And a lot of homes there have it as like a centerpiece in their home because it is so revered. So
nice.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful herb.
Yay.
And it's in the same family as cooking basil, but it doesn't.
It doesn't have that. Our cooking basil scent or flavor, I think.
Right, whereas fresh basil almost has like a savory, almost
licoricey.
That's what I was gonna say. Holy basil is more of a sweet, and not the savory at all. So,
right.
Yeah,
totally
related but different. The next one I want to talk about is Dreamboat. So,
it truly is.
It really is. Dreamboat. So if you're having trouble sleeping, which I think probably a lot of people are, I have trouble shutting my brain down. This stuff works, and it is a magical combination of chamomile, lemon balm, lemongrass, valerian root, passion flower, catnip, and also nettles.
It's a big blend.
Nettles, yes.
Yeah.
And you can definitely, if you're familiar with valerian root, it can be very pungent smelling, but valerian root
almost has an earthy, stinky.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it.
No.
But I love things that taste like dirt.
Right.
So
it doesn't really taste. It's very. I can't even explain. It's very pungent. It's very pronounced. However, it blends really well with chamomile and lemony herbs like lemongrass, lemon balm. It's sort of it takes the edge off a little bit.
It really does. I've never had an issue with like that without honey or a sweetener. It's lovely with honey,
right?
But sometimes when you're doing a valerian tea, you're like, okay, it leaves a flavor in the mouth. And you can almost a numbing sensation, but when it's by itself,
right? But so you might smell the valerian root a little bit, like when you open the jar, but you don't taste it. And the chamomile and the lemony herbs sort of, cover that up and make it a really, really soothing. This is such a soothing, lovely blend, and it's chamomile forward with little hints of, lemongrass and lemon balm. But I tell you what, so you drink this, and literally, like, for most people anyway, 30 minutes later, you're just like, okay,
you're gone.
Yeah.
And in the most pleasant, gentle way.
Yes.
You're gone.
Yeah. Valerian root helps you reach the proper REM cycle, or the level of REM that you need to get restful sleep.
Yeah. It's that one, I think it was funny because people were coming in and asking for a sleep tea, and we just felt like the flavor wasn't quite right for a long time. We didn't want that valerian forward, and we were like, yeah, but come back later. Come back in a week, then we'll be able to sell it.
I was waiting for...
Yeah, and I was like, let's sell it now. And Madge like, no, we're waiting.
I was waiting for lemongrass.
Yeah, and it made a huge difference. It really
because
did.
I want people to, to enjoy the tea as well as get the medicinal benefits. Because, sometimes, you gotta just, drink your medicine and get it over
Yeah,
with. And
sometimes
just
a
kind of get used to
spoonful
the
of
flavor.
sugar is necessary, but I think that with all of your formulas, the beautiful thing is that you don't have to have the spoonful of sugar to get the medicine down. So
Yeah, you can actually enjoy it and
Yeah.
know that you're putting something amazing in your body.
yeah.
What else? Brazen Buzz.
Yeah. Raisin Buzz is actually, I love Rose and Shine like a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm surprised that Brazen Buzz is what I choose more in the morning for a green tea. And I feel safe drinking in the afternoon because green tea doesn't personally keep me up. But also summer is here, and I want you guys to know that when you're asking me about sunscreen, it's fascinating that green tea actually provides several hours of extra sunscreen from the inside when you drink it internally. And so green tea is a really wonderful summertime drink to do before you get out in the sun, and yes, still put some sunscreen on, but to provide your body with a little more oomph when you're out doing your hikes right now that you should be doing to keep yourself mentally sane.
Yeah.
Have some green tea before you go out, and it will actually provide some SPF from the inside, which is super cool.
So let's back up for people
Yeah.
that might not be familiar.
Right. Hibiscus.
So Brazen Buzz is a blend of jasmine green tea, hibiscus, and ginger. So really, really simple blend. Hibiscus is pretty high in vitamin C, antioxidant, all that good stuff. Ginger has several uses. It's really, it helps with stomach issue, digestion, circulation. It helps expel excess mucus from your body, which is, going to be imperative right now. You don't want mucus to collect in your body right now. So yeah, you have the benefits of the vitamin C, the antioxidants from the hibiscus, as well as the antioxidants from the green tea. And I make this with jasmine green tea. This was definitely, an experimentation because regular green tea I just kept feeling was too bitter.
I have never loved, and that's why I actually have always wanted to do more green tea, but the bitterness hurts my stomach eventually.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is.
And this
about
doesn't.
So it's green tea, but it's infused with jasmine. And it just it softens the edges a little bit again. It's not bitter. It really, really complements the hibiscus. And so this is kind of a fruity tart.
It's fruity
flavor,
tart.
fruity tart. With a little zing with the ginger.
Yeah. It's like a green tea zinger, really, to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the name Brazen Buzz. And it definitely wakes you up in the morning or whenever you need to be woken up. It makes a really, really beautiful iced tea. Yep, I made a whole carafe of it at my house, which I'm gonna make some more and post on the Brazen Bee Beauty group.
Yeah,
because it was just so pretty. Because it comes out a really,
the color will just blow your mind.
Yeah, it's like if you've ever had hibiscus tea, you're familiar, but it's a beautiful like ruby wine red. It's really pretty. But man, it made such a good iced tea. It was just so, and I drink it by itself. On ice. I even mixed it with a little bit of soda water one night.
Oh, yeah.
My boyfriend is a fan of whiskey. He put a little bit of whiskey in it.
Yeah, nice.
He made like a hot toddy actually.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Or we did
that
something.
was beautiful, yeah.
But yeah, so this is really, really great. Now this is another one that we can customize. The hibiscus and ginger, definitely good by itself. So we can always do that for you
without a caffeine related.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing an immunity blend.
We're very excited about that one.
We just got our shipment of herbs, which is why we got so excited and did our little herb shelf here. So yeah, it's going to be hibiscus and rose hips and hopefully some elderberries and just, what is this part? Angie, do you have one that is good for tummy problems?
We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Which would probably be what? A peppermint, ginger,
marshmallow root.
I was gonna say marshmallow or slippery elm.
Slippery elm can be diuretic.
Well, can it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Let me think about that.
Yeah.
Like what would blend well too? Because there's a lot of, I don't even know if peppermint and ginger would mix well.
I taste them and I like them.
Okay.
But we should do some sampling clearly.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's Brazen Buzz. And then we have our other caffeinated blend is Rose and Shine.
It's beautiful.
It's a really, really...
It's so soft. It's like if you want a nice, like, I would like to wake up like a butterfly.
Slowly unfolding.
With roses around me.
Yeah, it's like, you know, waking up and walking through a dewy garden.
Yes, I agree. It has the jasmine green tea.
Jasmine green tea, so it is caffeinated. Rose petals and peppermint.
Yeah.
So this is actually, this could be a nice one just to kind of settle the stomach a little bit, but also like if you want a little caffeine. If you don't want the caffeine again, yeah, we can totally do something non-caffeinated.
Without the green tea.
We can even do like roses, nettle. Well, Angie's allergic to nettle, but like roses, peppermint, and nettle, or even like roses, holy basil, and mint. That would be really good.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be really nice.
Yeah.
So this one is really, really delicious, and it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see. Look how pretty it is with the rose petals. Whee. Oh, it's backwards.
Yeah, I know.
Oh well.
Everything's backwards right now.
Yeah, so that's Rose and Shine. And then,
So when you order right now, and I have these available on the website under the teas. You can get a 2-ounce packet to try.
this is a 2-ounce.
But when you order online, I think like, I'm gonna say like the next week, maybe even 2 weeks, when you place an order, we're just gonna send you a sample of tea. You don't know what it's gonna be. If you wanna request one, that's great, please do that, of which one you'd like to come in your order. But I really want these to get out, and I personally love this packaging because this bag is totally biodegradable. You can throw it outside and it's gonna dissolve into the ground.
Yeah.
Very quickly. It's a cellulose type packaging.
So yeah, we're gonna have, we'll just send little samples, and it'll be enough for you to make a couple of, cups of tea. And even actually, so when you drink these, the measurement on here, it's usually like standard tea size is 1 tablespoon. You can even do a little less, like the Brazen Buzz can be really strong.
The Buzz, yeah. I
So-
use like half of that for a cup of Buzz.
Half of a tablespoon to 1 tablespoon per cup of tea, but you can totally make 2 cups. Like you can rebrew that. So if you have like a tea infuser, or make yourself a tea bag.
Yeah.
We also have, and we'll put this on the page, I guess. We also have the tea bags, the paper tea bags.
I do have paper tea bags that are one-time use. They're so good to have. I have a lot of reusable tea ball things at home, and they all get dirty, and then I need something else to reach for. And so I'm gonna put those up online too. It's very easy to fill the bag, and you just cinch the string and throw the bag in the cup. But we'll also send you like at least one of the tea bags with your tea sample that we're sending out this week. Yeah, and overall, I think that part of the message that we want to say here is that we are going to be doing more internal things. We're called to do that as herbalists right now during all of this. That's what's really been coming out for us, is like none of the skincare is stopping. We've got that down pat. We love that, but both of Marissa and I have really been missing treating people with things to put inside your body. And the teas are our start with that right now. So we really appreciate the support for that. And we've been getting tea orders this week. And every time we do, Marissa's like, it's another tea order. So
yeah, I mean,
this is very happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, when we were doing the jars of tea, we just like every time we put a label on, we're like, oh my god,
it's so pretty.
And it's like, it's just a jar of herbs, but it's just like,
yeah.
I think it just really...
And we talked a little bit today about how when we were little girls, like, this is what we imagined being. And we're doing it. Yeah. And it's crazy.
And it's just, and, for as long as I've been doing this, and I've just been wanting to share my recipes for a long time with everyone. And so it's just really nice to have, a forum to do that. And so I'm excited to
and
share.
A clientele that we already have that loves us and believes in us. And that, I think, is what we appreciate at the end of the day. Brazen Bee has grown from this tiny little thing in the corner of a room in my house to serving at least hundreds and hundreds of people, and maybe one day it'll be thousands. I'm trying, Marissa's gonna be just a direct clone one day, and there will be two of me. As far as the skincare part goes, she's already got all the herbal knowledge. And yeah, we sit in here and geek out about like, this herb does that. And I'm like, but did you know it also does that? We're both like, dude. So yeah, we have beautiful moments in here with our plants.
Yeah, and we've been just like yelling out the botanical names of all these herbs, like because it's just
my god.
like
if you haven't studied botanical names of plants, you should, because they do all sound like spells. But we personally like to say them with a southern drawl a lot.
Oh, well, certain ones.
Or certain ones.
Yeah. Like which ones were we saying?
God.
Oh, well, so marshmallow root, another one of my favorite herbs.
Yeah.
And I think I talked about it on our last video.
Yeah, we did.
But its botanical name is Althea officinalis.
Althea! Come on in here.
And what was the other? Oh, schizandra. So we have an herb on the way called schizandra berry, and it's really it's an adaptogen herb. And again, an adaptogen is something that helps your body adapt to stress, and that can be a calming herb. It can be an energizing herb. It can be an immune boosting herb.
That's the beautiful thing about the relationship between a whole plant and the body, is that when you are using whole plants, perhaps as opposed to prescription medications, the body takes in the whole plant and goes, oh, cool. I'm gonna let you calm me down.
Right.
Or it can even be, oh, I need more energy. I'm gonna let you energize me. But the body naturally takes it in and feels it out and goes, oh, I know exactly what to do with you.
Gives you what you need.
Yeah. And so that's just a beautiful relationship that we have with plants that I think we've really undermined in so many ways by focusing on extracting or taking one component out and only utilizing that one component because science studied that one chemical in that herb and was like, it's that.
And I think that's when a lot of side effects happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or of course, a lot of these herbs, of course, when you take too much of anything, it's going to put your body in an imbalance. So something you should always keep in mind. And we are definitely going to always be available to answer questions. Just like we are with the skincare, you can always message us. You can always, put a note that you're allergic to something or, whatever. We will definitely, get back with you. We'll do our research to make sure that, it's going to be safe for you to take. Also,
I mean, that's also on you though, I have to say.
Well, so the next thing I was going to say is definitely ask us questions. We will do as much research. Also, any medications that you're on, do your research too.
On interactions.
You want to make sure that it's not going to interact with any like pre-existing condition that you have, like blood pressure, blood sugar, diabetes, things like that. You want to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe. Most herbs are gentle, but just because they're gentle doesn't mean that they're not going to affect you or medications.
Misty Overman just asked if we can do a sample with her order that hasn't shipped yet, and the answer is yes, absolutely. We'll shoot a sample over to you in your order, Misty. Yeah, if you have something that you want specifically, you can actually tell us right now, Misty, and I'll write that on your order before we ship it out, so we make sure.
Or just shoot us a message.
Either one doesn't matter. So I think that's like what's happening right now. So I want to do a sale on the teas specifically this week. Also, when you do order the teas, right now we have a lot of them in jars because we sold them in jars for people to walk out of the store with, and I don't want to ship as much glass. It's difficult, it's costly, it's not as great for the environment, the weight of it. It's more complicated. I have to wrap it in plastic to ship. It's complicated. So when you order your teas online, they're gonna come in totally biodegradable packaging that's very lightweight and is still airtight and gonna keep your tea safe. So when you buy them online, they're gonna be in This outer packaging, totally biodegradable, and then it's also in one of those cellulose bags that is airtight and sealed with our cool heat sealer that I always wanted one when I was a kid at school. So, so this is how your tea, your regular size 8-ounce tea is gonna come when you order it online. I just want you to know it's not gonna be in a glass jar. I'm not gonna apologize for that.
You do have the option to request that.
Oh, I do. I did put the option for like an extra $2 or $3 to order it with a glass jar. Yeah. If you really need another glass jar at home, but you probably could take it out of the bag and stick it in your old pasta jar or whatever.
However, if you are local, because we are still doing pickups at the door.
These jars gone.
Yeah. So we're gonna, if you order for pickup, we'll give it to you in a glass jar because we need to move
until
those
we
out.
move those through. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what's happening with that. Very excited that we have those online. We are going to eventually do a skin tea, which I, again, used to have on the website like 9 years ago, and I'll reformulate that with Marissa and go over what herbs we want to do for the skin helping tea. That's going to be really great. We are currently very well stocked if you would like to order anything at all. I've been doing phone consults lately for people all over the place, and that's been really fun. So feel free to jump on the website and request a phone consult. It's also really nice because I'm not talking to people in the store right now. I did a phone consult today that was just lovely, and it was great to have the human contact. So yeah, that's what's happening with us right now.
And then, just to...
Misty says, surprise me. Yay, yay.
And then just to reassure you guys that we have been practicing very safe protocols as far as sanitizing constantly. We actually started probably about a week or so before.
Oh, before things were closed, we were closed. We've been closed for 3 weeks now.
We had pulled all the testers,
money wise, but
we had pulled all the testers from the shelves 3 days before, and then we were like, we just couldn't do it anymore. We just didn't feel comfortable. We had just a bad feeling.
People coming in and from all over the place. And
so we've been closed for about 3 weeks, except for, so again, still doing pickup orders, web orders.
Which we just bring it outside to you.
Yeah, we just
Nobody
hand it
comes
to you.
in.
Nobody even, touches the handle, but we
still sanitize the door handle all the time.
Diffusing thieves oil in the store. I myself have been self-isolating for about the same amount of time.
All of us have.
Not really going anywhere, just being extremely safe, taking this very, very seriously. We quarantine our boxes when they come in, like
when
our ship. We just let them sit there for a while.
They spray
everything down.
Yeah.
So just to reassure you guys that we are,
that we feel like the store is as Corona airtight as it can be. That's what my goal has been since this first started. And so I feel like your shipments are very safe, but I also encourage you to do the same thing of like quarantine your boxes when they get there. Don't open them right away. I know it's really hard with Brazen Bee shipments.
Or, at least spray them down with some alcohol.
We spray everything down with alcohol, and I've also been buying, because there is no rubbing alcohol in the world right now, check with your liquor store. A lot of times they have 95 proof alcohol that is actually not meant to be drunk. Do not drink that. Please. Just please. You can.
Don't drink it.
But don't.
It's like Everclear.
It's Everclear is what it is. And Everclear is a 95 proof that the CDC has said definitely works for disinfecting everything. And we spray. When I buy my groceries, like every piece of the house smells like we're drinking so much. It's terrible. But we know that there's no Corona on our groceries. So yeah.
So we're being really careful, for you guys. And, anytime anytime any shipments that we pack up, Alyssa, our little shipping fairy, she's really careful too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions right now? Of tea sizes, we have the sample two ounce one. We have the 8 ounce and we have a 16 ounce basically.
Yes.
And that is not by weight. That would be a lot of tea. It's by volume. And so that's how we do those tea sizes, and you can check online, Ange, and see.
So just for example, so this is an 8 ounce jar.
We take that, what that weighs, and put it into this.
This is also an 8 ounce. 8 ounces in here. And then for the eco bag, which is the other option to order, it's twice the amount of this in an eco bag.
And I encourage, like, I love selling a lot of stuff, but honestly, especially if you're doing a first time order, I would not get the eco bag of anything.
Yeah,
I would rather you get 2 bags of some different things to try. And you also want to not keep your teas forever. I'm guilty of that too, of like, you know, just buying teas because I love them and then not drinking them fast enough. And fresh is always better. It's always better, you know, drink it up.
Usually within 6 months all of our herbs are, you know, really fresh, but yeah, usually cut and sifted herbs, usually within about 6 to 8 months at the longest. You want to keep your,
never freeze it.
don't freeze it, and also keep it out of direct sunlight. You know, keep it in a nice, you know, shaded.
Don't keep it above your stove.
Right, out
that
of heat.
heats and cools off on a
Keep it
regular
out of
basis.
heat and sunlight.
I think that's about it.
These that we have out, first of all, we're going to be going through them very quickly.
Otherwise, we would not tell you to store your things like this.
Right.
But we are flying through them.
Yeah, and we're, you know, it's away from the window, so the only light that they get is just this during the day, and then since we're open just only half the week right now, or here, well, like 5 days. But anyway, they're fine. But
they're fine.
But in your house, keep your teas away from direct sunlight and heat. Don't put them in the window. That kind of thing.
They look pretty, but don't do that.
Yeah. What'd she say?
Well, okay, I think that's it. I think that we.
Well, it's been really nice meeting you guys. I know a lot of your names, and you know, I'm familiar with a lot of your face wash recipes, but
right.
I hope that you can now put a face to them.
Oh, Haley, is it? I don't know if she's even still watching.
I can't. I have such bad vision. You
I
guys,
think she said she's been drinking the Centered Soul daily.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Or no, who said that? Was that
Haley?
Maggie? Oh,
Haley
okay.
Richardson. Yeah.
And also, if you
think
guys
we got
have
to
any
everything.
requests, or if you're like, hey, I'm experiencing this, do you have something for that? You know, we can personalize something for you.
We're both internal herbalists first, and then we got into skincare, which I think is what makes our skincare really special.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's fascinating to look often at what an herb does internally and then see what it does externally. It's kind of magical to have that further relationship and notice the correlations, because it's different things, but you do start to see like, oh, how funny, things that detox the blood are generally really good for melasma. There's just some across the board things with the plants that are you get to know them in a different way, and it's really cool.
Your skin is your largest organ, so
Treat
you
it
want to
well.
keep that in mind. Yeah, and if you have liver or kidney imbalances, that's going to reflect in your skin. So I think it's going to be really great for us, you know, if someone, you know, does have just persistent acne or something, you know, maybe
and the skin tea is going to have several detoxifying, gentle detoxifying things. Yeah, I don't. Detoxifiers often make you poop a lot, and we're not looking for that. I just want you to.
I mean, pooping is nice though.
Pooping is great. We talk about it a lot.
I mean, you got to get it out somewhere. It's either going to come out that way, or it's going to come out this way.
Your skin.
So maybe
having
just
regular bowel movements is important for your acne, you guys.
Is that a good way to end that?
I don't know, right? Is that how we're ending this? I think so.
Well, we love you guys.
We love you so much.
Y'all be
Thank
safe.
you.
Yeah.
We're doing our best to like just be us here. This is it. This is what we're doing. And then Alyssa comes in and we're like, hi!
And we really miss Emily a lot.
I know.
Emily is
she's been sick, and now she's really self-isolating because she's with her parents who are older, and so it's very important.
Her presence is definitely missed in the shop.
Yeah.
It's still here. We still have her spirit is still here for sure. But
looking at what they wrote.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna answer any questions now.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Yay! Suzette Duet
Well-
says she loves the tea she bought.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
Well, you guys are awesome, and we appreciate you. And definitely leave it if you just want to say hi. Leave a note on your order. We always read them.
Yes, we do, and we love them, and thank you so much for all of your encouraging words that you have been writing on the orders. It makes us feel very good inside every time we see that, and we appreciate your support. So that's it. We're gonna go do some more herb things. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah. All of the energy hugs and all the love, you guys. Bye.
Prosper.